Hello and welcome. Today, we're continuing on the life and times of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. Our guide for this exploration is the renowned biography Arahik al-Maktoum, or The Sealed Nectar, by Saifur Rahman al-Mubarakpuri. In ancient Yemen, Abraha as-Sabah al-Habashi, the Abyssinian viceroy, was troubled by the Arabs' devotion to their pilgrimage to Al-Kaaba in Mecca. Determined to redirect this devotion, he constructed a grand church in Sana'a, hoping to attract Arab pilgrims away from Mecca. A man from the Kanana tribe, understanding Abraha's intentions, decided to take a stand. He stealthily entered the church at night and defiled its front wall with excrement. This act of defiance enraged Abraha. In his fury, Abraha assembled a formidable army of 60,000 warriors and marched towards Mecca, determined to destroy Al-Kaaba. He rode the largest elephant, leading a caravan of 9 or 13 elephants. When Abraha's army reached the Muhassir Valley between Muzdalifah and Mina in Mecca, something extraordinary happened. The lead elephant knelt down and refused to move forward, no matter how much they tried to direct it towards Al-Kaaba. At that moment, a miraculous event unfolded. Allah sent flocks of birds, each carrying stones of baked clay in their beaks and claws. These birds hurled the stones at Abraha's army, causing devastation. The stones hit Abraha's men, cutting their limbs and killing them. The survivors fled in disarray. Abraha himself suffered an infection that led to the amputation of his fingertips. He returned to Sana'a in a miserable state and soon died. Upon hearing of Abraha's army coming to destroy Al-Kaaba, the Quraysh had fled to the hills and mountain tops for safety. Once the enemy was routed, they returned home safely. The news of the elephant event reached the far corners of the world, highlighting the sacredness of Allah's house, Al-Kaaba. It became clear that this holy site was under God's protection. This event signified a divine blessing and indicated a higher purpose behind protecting Mecca and its people. Abdul Muttalib had 10 sons and 6 daughters, who played significant roles in the history of Mecca and the lineage of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. The event of the elephant took place 50 or 55 days before the birth of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, in late February or early March 571 AD, symbolizing a divine blessing for the Prophet and his family. Abdullah, the father of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, was known for his intelligence, purity, and the deep love his father, Abdul Muttalib, had for him. His mother was Fatima, daughter of Ammar bin Aid bin Imran bin Maksum bin Yaqtab bin Murrah. Abdul Muttalib made a vow to sacrifice one of his sons if he was blessed with 10. When his 10 sons reached maturity, he revealed this vow to them, and they accepted it without protest. The names of the 10 sons were written on divination arrows and given to the guardian of their beloved goddess, Hubal. The arrows were shuffled and drawn, and it was revealed that Abdullah was to be sacrificed. Abdul Muttalib, deeply saddened but determined to fulfill his vow, took Abdullah to Al-Kaaba with a razor, ready to sacrifice him. However, Quraysh, his uncles from the Maksum tribe, and his brother Abu Talib tried to dissuade him. Abdul Muttalib sought advice from a she diviner. She suggested drawing lots with Abdullah and 10 camels, repeating the process with 10 more camels each time Abdullah's name was drawn. The drawing of lots was repeated, adding 10 more camels each time Abdullah's name was drawn, until the number reached 100 camels. Finally, the arrow showed the camels instead of Abdullah. To fulfill his vow, Abdul Muttalib sacrificed 100 camels instead of his beloved son, Abdullah. The camels were left for anyone to eat, be it human or animal. Through divine intervention and the wise counsel of the she diviner, Abdullah's life was spared. This pivotal moment set the stage for the birth of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, marking the beginning of a new chapter in the history of Mecca. The event of Abdullah's near sacrifice led to a significant change in the amount of blood money in Arabia. It was increased from 10 camels to 100, a practice later endorsed by Islam. Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, once remarked, "I am the offspring of the slaughtered too," referring to his ancestors Ismail and Abdullah. Abdul Muttalib selected Amina, the daughter of Wahab bin Abdmanaf bin Zarab bin Kilab, as a wife for his son, Abdullah. Amina was esteemed for her noble lineage. with her father being the chief of Bani Zara. After marrying Amina, Abdullah was sent by his father on a trade journey to Medina, where he fell ill and passed away. In another version, he died in Medina on his return from a trade trip to Syria. He was buried in the house of Nabiga al-Judi at the age of 25, either 2 months before or after the birth of Muhammad, peace be upon him. When Amina learned of her husband's death, she composed a heart-touching elegy in his memory, expressing her profound sorrow and love for Abdullah. Abdullah left behind little wealth, 5 camels, a few goats, and a she-servant named Baraka, who would later serve as the Prophet's nursemaid. Baraka, also known as Ayman, played a significant role in the early life of Muhammad, peace be upon him. The story of the Hashemite family sets the stage for the birth of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, highlighting the noble and divine lineage from which he descended. Thanks for joining us on this journey through the history of the Arabian Peninsula and the prophetic family. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more fascinating stories. See you next time. Watch more. Subscribe for more fascinating history.